Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday and welcome to your Wednesday Wisdom with Spirit. Today I'm going to tune in as per usual and see what's in store. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm a medium and a channeler. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays, I use cards as a way to help share messages in connection with the messages I get by mediumship from Spirit. The cards are a neat way to help balance what's coming through with something tangible, which is why I like to use cards in that respect. But on Wednesdays, I get to do what I normally do, like the way it just usually is for me, which is just connecting into Spirit, whether it's mediumship and I see it or hear it, or it's channeling where it kind of merges. I'm not sure if it's going to be channeling today, but if it's not, you can see some of the channeling on the podcast that I put out on Monday was a channeled message from Spirit. So all to say, I'm going to tune in now, see who's here, see what the message is, and we'll go from there. So just one moment. Okay, this is mediumship, and this is coming from like Spirit as a collective. So it's my entire council, but there are many, many more councils with it. Like it is like a town hall meeting type thing, and everyone in the room is Spirit, is how I want to say, speaking to us to share this information with us. And the information is, what they're showing me is, when you doubt that Spirit has your back, or that your spirit guides are near you, or your family members or whatnot are near you, you impede the flow of their information to you. What that does is that puts up like a block energy, kind of like a mesh where not all the pieces can come through. And they're saying what we need you to do is have an open-minded belief that we are always with you, even in the moments when you can't understand. Or even in the moments where it seems like they're quiet. They're not quiet out of punishment, they're quiet out of purpose. And sometimes that purpose can be that they're not able to share what's coming up next because either it's not known yet, there's too much variability, or maybe they're not able to share because it's not in your best interest to know. Or maybe they're not able to share because really it's up to you. They're waiting on a decision point from you. So there's times where we think like Spirit's not answering me. I don't feel them around. They must not be here. They're like, please know that we are always, always, always here. And they're saying we are always here because it is within their written directive. Interesting. It is within their written directive to have to uphold their end of the contract, which is being guidance for you, right? So you're a Spirit team. They have to. It's a part of their energetic contract, and they don't break an energetic contract because it just is. It's something that just is. And so they really want you to trust in the fact that they are around. And when you can fall into that trust, they're showing me kind of like a trust fall, it can help alleviate some of the suffering that we experience in the whole experience of feeling separated from, or feeling abandoned, or feeling alone, which really is an experience that is a very human experience, because when we come into this embodiment, we come into a forgetting, which gives us the experience of a separation from. But in essence, we're actually not. It's the human mind limiters that give us that perception of being separated. So Spirit is saying, in those moments when you're doubting your connection or frustrated with your connection or something, they're saying, be frustrated, be honest, and be authentic with how you're feeling. But please don't doubt that we are there when you can't get a direct answer or a direct experience. They are always, always there, always trying to whisper things, bring signs through songs, symbolisms, conversations you might overhear, things like that, because they want you to know that you are so supported, especially through this highly transformative time. And they're saying the more that we can embrace that Spirit communication comes in like ebbs and flows. They're saying our perception of the communication will come in ebbs and flows. They're saying it's always there. Like again, they're saying they whisper things all the time. But there are times where we are very available to it, and there are times where we are not consciously. We're either busy, emotional, whatever that may be. But they're saying trust in the pattern of the ebb and flow. Because if they're like, if you recognize that pattern as how it is without fearing it. Just like when you look at the ocean, they're showing me, when the tide recedes out, we don't fear it's going away. We know it's coming back. We know that's the natural process and cycle. They're saying if you trust in that same natural process and cycle with spirit, that you will alleviate a lot of the suffering. And a big piece of our whole ascension right now is to alleviate suffering. And we can alleviate that suffering by gaining more knowledge in certain aspects. And this is one of those pieces. Don't doubt their presence. And they're saying if you trust enough in yourself and you trust enough in your sovereign being and your ability for discernment and your calm sense of home within self, you can also equally trust the connection with spirit. Super important. They're saying we are bringing you as much divine guidance as possible right now, as per the energetic signature. So again, if our energy is really chaotic and in a whirl emotionally or physically because of things going on, it's harder for them to come through. Like even a simple example, like if we're moving our house and our lives and having to find new doctors and new this and that, that's a lot of very human mental energy that is being spent. So there's less room for spirit to come through and bring in other messages, but it doesn't mean they're not there. They come through when there is the availability to come through, energetically speaking. So again, it's an ebb and flow of our lives, because nothing in our life is like perfectly consistent. It's always moving through these like undulations. And so spirit is like, don't panic in that. They're saying one place that we can really take solace is in the dream state. The dream state right now is a really beautiful place for messages to come through. Even when they feel convoluted, they're saying look to the theme in the message. Sometimes the specificity will be really convoluted. Other times it might be clear, but you'll feel it when there's a vividness. So when your dream has a very vivid nature rather than just events and things and it's just kind of like, eh. If it has that vivid sort of frequency to it, you can pull the themes from that dream to help you moving forward. And I think that's it. Okay, wow, interesting, very interesting message. All right, well, I will leave that with all of you. And I do want to encourage you to join me tonight if you haven't signed up already at avalonspirit.com for Cosmic Consciousness. We're going to be talking about the increase in deaths, in illnesses, in ascension experiences like Dark Night of the Soul. And Spirit is bringing it in to give us perspective. And it's a beautiful perspective with some channeled messages from them as well. So if you've been going through that experience and you want some grounding and some support, I would definitely recommend joining me in Cosmic Consciousness tonight. So you can sign up at Avalon Spirit, and I hope to see you there. Have a good one. I will see you tomorrow.